Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the Queen of Joy herself, Jessica Dugas.
The Queen of Joy is here and she's tired, but she's here.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's a great day. It is Friday. So excited. June 3rd, 2022. I hope you are doing well today. I'm still in denial that it's June. Let's just be honest. I'm still over here like, what did this happen? And where did the other half of the year go? I'm very confused right now. Anybody else confused with me? Anybody feel like this year is flying? I literally feel like this year is flying by. I do have moments where I'm like, the minutes might drag on, but overall, I feel like where did it go? I have no idea. I mentioned yesterday, big announcement. I shared that our family is going to be moving, and we are currently in Alabama. House is going on the market this morning, and the plan is moving back to where I grew up in Connecticut on the shoreline. It's one of my favorite places to be. Two, three things about this. As my good friend Megan McGlover says, two, three things. First of all, the process of preparing and selling your home is freaking exhausting. And let's add on the fact that I was not born Sally Homemaker. Okay. I choose not to spend every waking hour making sure that my house is perfection. I just cannot. I cannot. I have come a really long way, but I cannot. So yesterday we had photos taken for the listing because, and I know other listings in the past have used previous pictures, especially if there hasn't been a lot of changes. But the thing about it is that the people that we bought the house from had a lot of stuff. They had a lot of stuff and they had big like furniture that you would see like in a magazine or like a castle. Big clunky, I mean beautiful, gorgeous furniture, but things that I wouldn't dare buy at this point in my life while I still have children who can destroy things. Can I get an amen from the moms in the audience today? So needless to say, we don't have that kind of furniture. Probably the thing that we have closest to is my dining room table, which I bought last year. I was determined to have a huge dining room table. Really wanted to have something that would fit 10 because we are a family of 8. I like to entertain. So it's a table that fits 8, but you can actually extend the table and it will fit 10. So that's probably the biggest piece of furniture that I own. And so needless to say, we had to have pictures taken. And while we don't have as much stuff as the people we bought the house from, there's still like, we have 6 kids. There's toys. There's all kinds of stuff everywhere. I'm a podcaster. Both my husband and myself work from home. So we have computers everywhere and papers and 894 pens and, stuff. So I had to do a lot of decluttering and preparation. And then as much as my babies try to help, the littlest ones are still young, and so you got to go behind them and make sure things are done appropriately. So I realized about myself in this process that when I get worked up about something, my body is perfect. As much complaining as I do about my body is perfection under pressure. Okay. My body's like, girl, put your hair up. We're going to do this. And it pushes me through. And I have no problem. I felt zero pain the last couple of days just trying to get the house ready. After the pictures I'm telling you, within 15 minutes of the pictures being taken yesterday, my body was like, girl, you better sit down. You better sit down because you're going to fall down. And what did I do? I had to go bring my son to work and I had to go get groceries. So I was looking like Eeyore walking through Publix. Let me tell you, I was just dragging through Publix. Had to get food though. I come home and I get in bed and I'm like, I should just allow myself to go to bed early. And then I realized it's only 5 p.m. and I was just done. I was just done. So I'm grateful. There's joy in my body working appropriately, how I want it to, but my joy is not in my body last night and this morning. It hurts. Someone please send help. But I know it'll pass. And I try to remind myself of that. So the house will go on the market today. And part of the other part is the anxiety of waiting, and not really knowing 100% what you're going to do. So when you sell a house, if you need to buy another house, especially in another location or whatever, you need to wait to get an offer on your house before you can put an offer on another house. And then you have to wait for it to close before you can use that money to put the down payment for house number 2. Okay. So the stress of waiting right now, I said this morning, I need all the good vibes. So I put a post in our Discord community, which I would love for you to join if you're not already in there, bit.ly/Discord breakthrough. And I said at the program announcement at the beginning of the week, I said, listen, I may just be dropping in at random times this week because I've been so swamped. And so I decided I was going to listen to Abraham's morning rampage, which I do really often, but I just wanted it on repeat this morning. I need the good vibes. I need the good vibes to feel better. I need the good vibes that the house is going to sell quickly and for an amazing price. And then I need I need all the good vibes. Okay. So I said, I'm going to put it on. I'll put it in the general chat. Everybody can come in for the good vibes this morning. Brittany popped in, Juju popped in. It was so nice to have them in the present this morning. And that listening to that good morning rampage always lifts my spirits every single time. And I even get very emotional at the end. The very end says, I want to read this to you because it's so good. Very end. Let me pull it up here. Hello. There we go. Today, I am pronouncing myself a liver of unconditional love, unconditional clarity, unconditional alignment, unconditional attunement. Today, I am tuned in, tapped in, turned on to who I really am. Today, I intend to the best of my ability to fulfill myself as I am meant to be fulfilled. I am going to look for reasons to feel good and I will find them. And if I stumble upon something that doesn't feel so good, I will revel in my guidance system and I will make the adjustment today. That is my favorite. That's like the mic drop moment, because the whole thing about that morning rampage, if you guys haven't heard, it's on YouTube and I like it with the music because it just makes it vibey. But I love that part because the whole thing with the rampage is, yes, the good vibes. Yes, leaning into the fact that we create our reality, we create our vibration, but also the fact that sometimes the shit happens. Sometimes stuff comes into our world that, yes, we have had a hand in creating, but that we don't like. That the challenges happen. They call it contrast. Abraham calls it contrast. The contrast happens. And in those moments is when we have the choice, which is what we talk about on this show. In this moment, we have the choice to find the joy. We talk about it on the Breakthrough Show Network. In those moments, breakthroughs can happen if we choose to move forward with it. So, it's in those moments that we can go, listen, no, in those moments when they happen, I'm going to feel everything that comes up and I'm going to go, you know, what's amazing in this moment? I know I'm going to get through this. And I know that I'm going to push through. And I know I'm a survivor and a thriver and a doer. And I have control over my reality. And it's going to be amazing. And it really is. I mentioned yesterday on the show, it's a skill. It's a practice. It is a blessing. It is all of the things to be able to do that. But it's something that it's so magical when we work on that. And then in the moment, we're able to go, okay, I'm gonna feel it, and it's gonna be amazing though. That's where the magic really happens. So at any rate, I love that morning rampage because it's not a spiritual bypass. It doesn't ignore the fact that the ish happens. It's reminds you that when the ish happens, you have choices, you have control, you are a survivor, you are a thriver, and you're going to get through. So I just love that. And it raised my whole vibe every time I listen to it. Let's see who's joining us live this morning. And if you're on the replay, I would love to hear from you too. Please and thank you. Juju's here this morning. Good morning, Juju. She's in the front row today. Juju is in the building. It is good to see you this morning. Brittany's here. Grand Rising. It is good to see you. Happy Friday. Jason is here this morning. Jason, tell us what you have been up to. I want to hear. I know that it is not hockey season anymore. It's too hot. The ice will melt. But let me know what you're up to. Let me know how you're spending your summer. Yes, the amen about the furniture. Absolutely. Thank you. I don't feel like Superwoman when I'm going to fall over, but but I'm trying. I am so fortunate that I have surrounded my people. I have surrounded myself with people who are so validating right now. And, we've talked about this before, that sometimes in those moments of contrast, sometimes in those moments of challenge, it can be tough to get in that place where we're going, this is going to be great. But it's so important. This is why our connection with other people is important. And we touched on that a few times during our May series with some of the different guests. Yeah, yes, you are my people. I'm surrounding all of you with this. But here's the thing. It's really important to surround ourselves with people who can lift us up. And that's energy that we can borrow, that we can lean on, that we can swim in during times of challenge. And I will be honest with you and just say that even without the house stuff, the last week or two has been so challenging for me. So challenging for me. And so, and I haven't even really said anything to anybody. Like, I've talked to a couple people here and there, but not like a wide amount, and definitely not every detail. And so many people recently will just message me out of the blue and say something beautiful, like, and just and validate me as a human. And it feels so good. Oh, here we go. I didn't bring the tissues this morning. It feels so good to be seen, to be heard, to be understood, to just to matter to other people, to go back to Shifra's series, to matter to other people. It feels so good, especially when you may be struggling yourself, to feel it yourself, to experience it yourself. That is such a gift. It is such a gift. And I really try to be that for other people. We are never guaranteed in this life to get it back. As much as people say you get what you give, that's not always the case. We can do that, but you're not guaranteed. And frankly, we shouldn't give to get, right? Like, you should give because you want to. You should give out of the goodness of your heart. And so when we do receive back, what a humbling, beautiful experience that is. What a humbling, beautiful experience that is. I can't even tell you. I'm so thankful for people in my circle this morning. Yeah, we're passing the tissues. We're passing passing the tissues this morning. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate you. I really, really do. And I love you so much. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to say hi to a friend I see that's waiting in the background. So we're going to say hello and good morning and all that stuff and see what he's been up to. So we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. Healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and today is Friday, June the 3rd, 2022. Let's catch up with a friend really quick and see how he's doing in the off season of hockey. Let's welcome Jason Lansing back to the show.
Hello.
Hello, it's good to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you too.
It's always good to see you. So what are you doing without the hockey?
So Leafs lost for first game, and then I'm watching the Colorado versus the Edmonton series, and I'm watching the Lightning versus the Rangers series. I think, yeah, Rangers series.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So it's just like it's just. Are they training right now, or what are they doing?
They're in Florida, playing golf.
Oh, okay. And see, I'm
Like
so
all, like all the teams that lost the first round and throughout this rounds, they play golf after. If they lose, if they lose, they play golf. So yeah.
Okay. Well, how else are you spending your summer, Jason?
I'm just spending my time as is, like working and going to my day program and first a day and first week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and yeah.
So what are you do? You mentioned your day program in the comments yesterday. What are you doing your day program?
So I do like volunteer. Like I do, I like work, like as an adult, intellectual disability. So, so yeah, I tend to do that, and it takes my mind off of social media and stuff and so forth, and yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice that you volunteer. My kids just started volunteering at the library this last week to help in the children's section, and they're going to help kids find their books and put books
Oh, that's
away.
nice.
And
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
That's nice.
Do you like the library, Jason?
I'm not a book reader.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
That's okay. That's
I'm
okay.
not.
Sometimes the audiobooks are good too. Have you ever listened to an audiobook?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Those are good as well.
Yeah.
What do you like? So I don't know if I've ever asked you this, other than I know you like sports.
Yeah.
What do you like to do for fun? Do you like to go to the movies? Do you like bowling? What kind of activities do you like?
I like bowling. I like to watch movies. I like to go on my iPad. I like to do like there's a lot of things I can do,
Yeah.
and you cannot make and like there's and like there is yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot like I cannot push myself to do even extra more. I cannot.
Mm.
I feel like it's too much for me to do all that other
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. You pacing yourself is good sometimes. It's not if you do too many things, you get burnt out.
And like I get tired and like I don't enjoy myself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very wise. People sometimes will try to limit what they do for work and think that's the only thing that they need to limit themselves on. But filling up our schedule completely is tiring no matter what you put in there.
Yeah. And I have like my Zoom meetings on Saturday. I'm particularly relaxing on Sunday, and then on Monday I'm particularly relaxing because I have no day program, no nothing. So basically, like I have nothing. So yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes a day of nothing is wonderful.
it can be boring also.
Yeah.
So it can go both ways. So yeah, you never can get. And like going out and going for a walk is also good also, but I tend to sleep and I tend to do all of those other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have a good summer, Jason. Are you going to go on any vacations or anything, or are you just staying close to home?
Not right now because of the COVID-19 shit. I
Mm.
mean, sorry for my language, guys, but and, and I know it's PG, guys, but and I know you have kids
That's okay.
around there,
The
so
kids don't hear anything there in the other room.
yeah. So yeah, I'm always yeah. So
Yeah.
COVID-19 is really messed up for us. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll
So
get
how
to
are you?
travel I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm good. We'll be going back up north. I have to tell you, I was so excited when I was looking up how my hometown that we're going to be moving back to has changed. They have a hockey rink now.
In where?
In Connecticut. We never had
Oh,
one
in
before. Like
Connecticut.
in the one town that I grew up in. So the one they used to have an ice rink in New London, which was on
Okay.
the other side of the river from me.
Okay.
I think what's the hockey team up there? The Hartford Whalers? I think is the
Yeah.
Hartford Whalers, I think
Yeah.
is
I think
Connecticut.
so.
But they had a ice rink. I tried to ice skate. I think I took maybe 5 lessons and I spend most of the time on my butt on the ice.
Yep. That's what I did. A lot of all of those other times, but I got up, did my skating. I fell down. I got right back up. I kept on doing it, and now I'm a professional. I mean, not a
Mm,
professional skater, but I'm basically an average skater. Yeah.
yeah. I tried. It wasn't for me. I was really good at roller skating, but ice skating not so much.
Yeah, roller skating is pretty hard also, but
Yeah.
it's just in the yeah, you just have to use just the surface and just the add the yeah. I
Yeah.
cannot speak anymore.
It's okay. Well, I'm glad you came on to give us some updates, Jason. We've missed seeing you.
I actually I actually miss seeing you also, but you always have guests around there, and I said to myself, oh, there's no use of me going
Oh,
uh, to your live show if people are going to come and guest speaking to you and all the
yeah.
other stuff. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm just basically myself, and I'm basically doing whatever I have to do, and yeah,
Yeah. Well,
and
it
I was
was good.
enjoying, and I was enjoying your show, and you have magnificent, like you're doing a very, very good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I continue to be grateful that we met on the TikTok and that you come and watch the shows. I really appreciate you, Jason.
Yeah, and sometimes I have to cut it short because of my Uber driver, because my Uber driver usually comes at a certain time. So that's why I usually cut it short, and that's why I don't usually say it's too long
Yeah.
on yeah, on
Right.
here.
Well, enjoy your summer, enjoy your day program, enjoy everything that is going on for the summer, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, Jason.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Oh, I love it. Always so good to catch up with some friends. Listen, I cannot with the ice skating. Okay. All right. Bring me back the roller skating, even with the bucket. Some of y'all will understand that reference and some of y'all won't, and that's okay. That's okay. Brittany was agreeing with you, Jason. Also, good morning, Anne Marie. It is good to see your face today. It's Fun Friday. We're just shooting the breeze this morning about whatever comes up. Sometimes we need to do that. Listen, I am a planner, okay? I will be planning when I die, y'all, it's going to be in my calendar. So let me know if you want to subscribe. I am a planner, all right? But sometimes it's good to just plan to go with the flow, to just allow things to happen, allow things to come up as they may. And it's necessary. It's necessary. Yes, the bucket. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, okay? I'm with the roller skating, the ice skating. I tried and I wanted to so bad. My mom apparently was really good at ice skating when she was younger until she hurt her knee. And she used to try to take me ice skating. They even cut my hair like Dorothy Hamill, which is this is gonna age me in this moment. Some of y'all might not even know who Dorothy Hamill is, but they cut my hair like her. I have photo proof evidence of this and thought that I was going to ice skate. I just skated around on my butt is what I did. It was not a good situation. At any rate, what else are we talking about this morning? Oh, I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. I was sharing yesterday on the show about the verdict in the Johnny Depp case. Yeah, this morning I found out that Elaine Brederhoff, who was one of Amber's attorneys, has been making some statements. And there was one thing that I struggled to find the joy in. The one thing that really bothered me. And here's the thing. I shared yesterday about the whole controversy around it being videotaped and on social media so much and everything else, and how now they're looking into whether video streamers should be able to report on court cases. I'm sorry, but if the mainstream media can report and on crap and whatever the F they want, people on social media should be able to report on whatever they want to. Okay. I'm just going to put it out there. You do not need a degree to have an opinion. Okay. So, there was the whole thing about the social media, and she's been saying, I don't know if any of you guys have seen her interviews. She has been saying on every news outlet that she can, that she is positive that the jury was swayed by social media because they had weekends to go home, and they had the break where the 10 days where the judge couldn't be in court because she was going to a conference. And of course they were swayed by social media. I just want to say this about that, because that fired me up. Just because we see things, just because we hear things, that does not mean that we are going to be swayed by it. I hope that everybody is upset by that statement. I really do. Because to assume that we are all so gullible that we simply see something and suddenly our mind is changed. For people like me, I can speak clear. Let's talk about me. I never believe what I hear or see. I am the first one to be trying to find out, is this true? Is this what's going on? Where's the research? Where's the notes? Show me the proof. I am that person. Show me the proof of what happened. So when I heard about her statement, I was like, ma'am, you better speak for yourself. you better speak for yourself right now. Also, that shows complete lack of faith in the jury system. Jurors are chosen based on their ability to be unbiased in a case. They chose people. There is, by the way, I can tell you this part. Let me on the TikTok. There is an account called Seeking Infinite. Seeking Infinite. For my TikTok friends on here, apparently this is one of the jurors. He does not show his face. I don't blame him. But he has made a couple comments about these statements that have been made, and he said himself, he's like, said a little bit about himself in one of the videos where he said, look, I'm not a pop culture person. I honestly, like, I knew of Johnny Depp, I knew of Amber Heard, but I hadn't seen all their movies. I didn't know what was going on. I just don't follow this stuff. And so I really feel like you're right. Anne-Marie's saying they go through about 10 questions by both sides. They pick jurors that are the right fit for both parties. So to assume that they're automatically going to be swayed by that, it was so insulting. And for her side, that literally the entire case, Amber Heard was pointing the finger of saying, I had no part in this. And we heard the complete opposite on the videos and audio. Now they're doing it after it's over too. So apparently there's going to be appeal. So it's not over. But that's, regardless of the rest of the case, the statement bothered me because raise your hand. Let me know in the comments if you feel like you're capable of thinking for yourself. Because I think that what she said, that people automatically would see something on social media and be swayed by that. Yes, that's the case, but not for everybody. Not for everybody. And to assume that, I think it does a disservice to the whole process. And it made me nauseous. It made me nauseous. That is all about that. But yeah, I did want to tell you guys, if you are Seeking Infinite is that obviously it has not been verified or whatever, but thinking that it looks pretty authentic to me. But who am I? I don't know. Yes, everybody see exactly. I can think for myself, Elaine. Okay. Let's talk about what else is going on today. So, in national days, let me know if there is anything in particular that you are celebrating today, because there are things that you can be celebrating today. And then I'm going to get on my high horse for a moment about one thing or so. And get your snacks, boys and girls, because it is Chocolate Macaroons Day. Chocolate Macaroons Day. We just had National Macaroon Day a couple days ago, yesterday. So we had this week, I think. But today we add a little chocolate to the mix, sweetening the deal. Main ingredient is usually shredded coconut, sweetened, sometimes toasted, and then you dip it in the chocolate. Oh, look, see, I'm literally salivating over here. It's horrible. These cookies go really well with coffee and tea, you guys. So I suggest you find a chocolate macaroon today. That's the doctor's orders here. Okay. It is also National Repeat Day. Did you see what I did there? Look at me. Okay. I'm not going to keep doing that, but it's National Repeat today. I want to read this to you. Observed on June 3rd, National Repeat Day is an opportunity for some and a bad omen for others. Repeating a foot massage or a day with a dear friend would make this holiday special. Repeating a root canal or Hurricane Katrina are not suggested for this day. Another way to celebrate is by repeating some simple tasks of the day. Wash the dishes twice, make the same meal, watch the same movie twice. The 1993 film Groundhog Day comes to mind. Send duplicate text. I think we see, Then you get into Jessica being silly. I say everybody send a duplicate text message to someone today and just make them think that that something's wrong with their phone. Just send a couple text messages a couple times. Okay. All right. That's all. See, I would do something like that. It's hard. Listen, I'm a bad influence. Anyway, and so here's some things that you could do that are also fun. Say thank you twice instead of once. Wrap the same gift twice. I actually love that sometimes. I love the layered gifts, and you have to keep opening. I love that. That's fun. Call your mom twice and tell her this. This is a funny one. Call your mom twice and tell her the same things in the second phone call. I can't. Okay. Repeat your children's names until they respond to you. Oh, moms. This is a great idea because you know how they're always like, mom, 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 mom. Just do it to them. Do it to them. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Okay. What else does it say? Proofread your emails twice, but only send them once. Play your favorite song 2 times and sing along 2 times too. And use hashtag National Repeat Day on social media. I say you make 2 posts today. Happy hashtag National Repeat Day. Then post it again. That's what I think you should do. I'm horrible. I am horrible. I am so amused today by the little things. And sometimes that can make your whole day. Look here, it's also National Donut Day. And let me tell you people something. I love a donut like I love air to breathe. And this is what's wrong with me. Okay. This is what's wrong with me. I have to show you. I'm going to see if I can find my donuts. The last time I made donuts, we make donuts often. Typically when we go out to buy some, they are clearly not vegan. They'll have all kinds of stuff in them that we do not eat. So we make donuts often because I love donuts, and they're vegan when we make them, obviously. I'm trying to find, y'all, can we talk about how delicious my donuts look? Okay. My homemade donuts are bomb.com. That's all. And I just showed my age there too. Here's the video. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Anyway, happy National Donut Day. And now y'all need to get donuts. Oh my God, I saw a donut yesterday and it was as big as my face. It was in California. They're also they have a big donut in California on the side of the road. I went there and I think I took a photo when I was in Cali. Giant donut. I can't remember the name of the donut place, but there's a giant donut on the side of the road. It's not real, obviously. I wish it was, but giant donut. Yes, we all need donuts now. We all need donuts now. So it's National Donut Day. Let me know how you're celebrating. Okay, so now I'm going to have my soapbox moment, but I'm going to be gentle, so don't worry. Okay. It is also National Egg Day today. Now, we know I just shared it. I am not going to, go down the rabbit hole with it. We are vegan, so clearly we don't eat eggs. If anybody doesn't know, vegans don't eat animal products at all. Anything that comes from animal, we also don't use things that come from animals either. We try really hard not to. I'll say that. And so here's the thing. First and foremost, eggs are not good for you. There's several facts as to why eggs are not good for your health. And what I want to do, I'm going to briefly share this, but I also want to tell you some replacements, because you can still have things that taste very much like eggs and you can still make your baked goods as if you had eggs in it. I promise you they are stellar. Listen, you can go to my Instagram at plant party of 8, plant party of and the number 8, and you can see some of the things we've made. No eggs in sight. Okay. But I want to tell you about this. Eggs contain saturated fat and cholesterol, and the science is clear. Consumption of these increases your risk of heart disease. All major health bodies agree that the consumption of saturated fat and cholesterol increase your risk of heart disease. Diabetes. People who eat an egg a day have double the risk. Double the risk. It's not all about sugar with diabetes, boys and girls. Double the risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those who eat eggs only occasionally. Now, some of you may say, I don't eat eggs every day. I don't eat eggs every day for breakfast. There are eggs in so many things that we eat that we're not even aware that it's there. So many things, even some of the breads that we eat, get from like the bakery at the grocery store, they don't have eggs in them, but then they go and put an egg wash on it just so it'll be shiny. That's the only reason. So there's a lot of eggs in things. Even if you're sitting here going, I don't eat eggs every day for breakfast, you don't have to. There's eggs in so much stuff. Next thing, salmonella food poisoning is one of the most common and widespread diseases carried by food, affecting millions across the world every year. And eggs are the main source of salmonella food poisoning. Egg consumption has been strongly linked to hormone-sensitive cancers. Eating 5 or more eggs a week, again, don't have to be just the egg, they're in a lot of things, has been associated with a worrying increase in the risk of breast, prostate, and ovarian cancers. And so those are some of the health reasons. And then you add in to some of what I have experienced and learned about since becoming vegan. I have shared my story before that we became vegan for health reasons because one of our daughters was really, really sick. And by the way, within 4 months, she was fine. Like nothing was ever wrong with her after starting a plant-based diet. So I just throwing that in there for good measure. The other thing is with the animals. Chickens are treated very, very badly. And one of the things that I wanted to share is about talking about eggs that are marked with free range or cage-free eggs. It's not what you think it means. There is a common misconception. I'm reading this from the vegansociety.com. There's a common misconception that free range eggs involve hens roaming outside happy and free. Yet the reality is that free range hens are actually kept in vast sheds with potentially thousands of other birds, few of which ever actually see the daylight. Free range might mean cage free, but in Europe specifically, I don't have the US facts, but in Europe specifically, as many as 9 birds can occupy 1 meter of floor space. We know how big 1 meter is. 1 meter, about like this, like size of how I've got my 9 birds in there. Could you imagine? Could you just imagine? Truly. That part too, Anne-Marie said, they're also given tons of antibiotics. There's pictures. You can go Google the pictures of chickens, how without the stuff that they inject them with, and chickens that are. It is unbelievable. And even if you're not eating the chicken, all of that is passing to their eggs, guys. Like it's something to think about. Okay. So it's challenging for me on the animal side at this point. It was not something that I thought about when I first became vegan. I'm very transparent about that. I love animals, but I never thought about the quality of life that they have. And I've never thought about if it was necessary to do that until later on. That came later for me. But I share my journey in sharing with you that because it's okay if you're not connected with them that now, but I want to share about those things because we don't know what we don't know. And that's why I don't get upset when people tell me they're not vegan or I'm not mad about it because 6 years ago, I wasn't either. And you don't know what you don't know. And it's just it. So it's a sad life for them. So yeah, I wanted to give you guys some ideas because I promised I would do that. Good morning, Frank. It's good to see you, by the way. Happy to see you. Good morning. Good morning. So here's some ideas for you. First of all, there's traditional egg replacers. If you like scrambled eggs, you can do traditional egg replacers. You have Just Egg, and you also have Follow Your Heart vegan eggs. Just Egg is in a container. It is liquid. It's literally shake it up, pour, and it scrambles just like eggs. Boom, done. You can also use them in your baking. Follow Your Heart vegan eggs they're powdered and you mix them with water, but then they scrambled up just like eggs. So the only difference is obviously the vegan egg or just the Follow Your Heart vegan egg are shelf stable. So you don't have to worry. They last a lot longer. Obviously, with those products, when we're talking about health, where veganism is concerned, they are not the most healthy item. They are going to have preservatives. They are going to have things that make them shelf stable. It's not the most healthy option. However, they are perfect products for transition or if you're on the go. Next thing I wanted to mention to replace like a scrambled egg or even like a fried egg texture is tofu. Tofu, so many people are like, I don't like tofu. And if you don't do soy, I completely get it. You don't have to do soy if you don't want to. But if you're going to do soy, make sure you do non-GMO soy. Very, very important that you do non-GMO soy. And also, soy has been linked to improvement. As many rumors that are out there about soy being connected with cancer, soy has been linked with improvement of things like breast cancer and other female cancers. So that's a huge misconception that's out there. So with the tofu takes on whatever flavor you give it. It's very much like some meats that are out there that honestly, like if you ate a piece of chicken, like with nothing on it, it's not great. Okay. You got to put the sauce, the spices, all of that. So tofu, you can put different spices, tastes just like scrambled eggs. You just scramble it up in a pan, or you can slice the tofu, you can fry it, and it tastes kind of like fried egg white. Very similar texture as well. So that's to replace the actual taste of eggs. One more thing with that, chickpea flour is an egg replacer. You can take chickpea flour and you can mix it with water and it can become like an egg for your baking things, or you can mix it with different things in there and you can actually make an omelet out of it. The texture is not going to be exactly the same as an egg, but the flavor is spot on. And speaking of chickpeas, garbanzo beans, aka chickpeas, the can of chickpeas, if you save the juice from the water from the chickpea can, you put it in a bowl, you whip it up, you have meringue. You can make macarons. You can make angel food cake. You can make anything that you would need whipped meringues for, like egg whites. Boom, from the chickpeas. It's called aquafaba. It's chickpea juice. It's all it is. And it's same deal. If you make fresh chickpeas, like if you do from dry and put them in the like pressure cooker or whatever and make fresh chickpeas, you can use that liquid too. Works just the same as taking it out of the can, just cook it down a little bit longer. Take some of the excess water out of it. So that's replacing the actual eggs. In baking, you can also use flaxseed, chia seed. 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, ground flaxseed, or 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to 3 tablespoons of water. Mix it up, let it set out. It gets kind of that eggy texture. It can make all of your baked goods. It can make your cakes, your muffins, your whatever you put eggs in. Okay. Let me see if I had any other notes. Aquafaba, flax, chia, Just Egg, Follow Your Heart, chickpea flour, tofu. There's zero excuse to eat an egg. That's it. Zero excuse to eat an egg. So many things. So many things. I tried toasting them. It didn't work out. What toasting? What are we talking about, Anne-Marie? I missed your comment before. My apologies. Let me know. And let's say hi to somebody else before we get to our next part here and see if he's going to be willing to try a different kind of egg this morning. Good morning, Donnell.
Good morning.
I'm putting you on the spot, sir.
You did.
I'm sorry that I missed your call yesterday. First of all,
It's okay.
I shared in the beginning of the show that your girl was out of it yesterday.
I had a feeling because when you didn't answer, I was like, yeah. And then I was in Discord. I was like, yeah, I feel you.
I know you do. I know you do because y'all are in the middle of it too. It is so much work. It is so much work to list your house.
Hey,
like,
Britt. It is because technically I'm on vacation, but
quote unquote.
Yeah. Oh man, it is a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work moving and stuff. It just isn't. When you see everything all over the place. What's up, Jason? It's like, all right, so when the movers coming in to move everything, and I don't want to box anything else, and then I'm just tired of looking at boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Hey, Juju.
So Anne-Marie said chickpeas. Chickpeas are a pain in the butt to roast. Okay. I can't, like, you have to, here's the key with the chickpeas. If you're going to roast the chickpeas, if you want the nice crispy chickpeas, you have to take them out of the can. First of all, drain them really good. Don't just dump the juice on your counter, boys and girls. Drain them really good. Put them on a towel and roll them. Get as much liquid off as possible, because what happens is if they are not really dry when you take them out of the can, they steam in the oven instead of crisping in the oven. So, and then you just get, you might as well just boil the damn chickpeas. Ain't no point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brittany says it's going to be her turn next to move. You can have it right now, Brittany.
Yeah, I mean, as I sit here and I look this way, I'm like, okay. Yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess. Now I heard you talking about the eggs. I came. Now listen, this is how it happened before I clicked the button. You're talking about donuts. Okay, I'm like, donuts. I was like, what? Because my intentions was to get up early enough. As you can see, I'm up, so I'm here. Yeah. To come downstairs to start here and then, join you on the show and then start doing some stuff, going to the store, doing some moving stuff. Well, I slept a little bit longer because there's a tropical storm somewhere out there brewing. So it's raining here. So, of course, you know how rain relaxes you. So, of course, I went deeper into sleep. Then I woke up and I said, oh, I got to catch Jessica. And then I heard, you talking about the trial. Then I heard you talking about donuts. And I'm like, okay, donuts can wake me up. All right, cool. My inner fat boy came out. So I'm like, oh, sweetness. So I came downstairs. And then as I'm clicking the button, eating eggs, this and that, I'm like, oh, God. breakfast done for the next month, just done.
but see, I shared the ideas. You don't have to get rid of them. We eat eggs often, just not the quote unquote real ones. We just don't. Yeah.
I mean, but I'm interested into checking it out and to change my way of eating and my how much I eat and things like that. Because I thought about it, even with the move, I want to change some things about, we're going to change some things about how we eat and things like that. Yeah. Even though I'm a big guy, I'm still healthy. I went to the doctor. The doctor said, hey, everything is looking good, and I think about it, I'm like, okay, everything's looking good. And then the back of my head, for now, what I'm saying?
It. Things can change like that. And when you I told the story about my grandfather before. So my grandfather was a bigger guy. He was able to eat 4 hot dogs in 5 minutes. Like I'm not even playing around. Like he did not play around with the food. And the doctor was like, look, things are not looking great for you. So you need to start changing things. So he changed his diet. Now, back then he changed, he went to like turkey bacon instead of regular bacon, or turkey dogs instead of regular dogs. Like there were changes then that were not like we see similar changes now. And he also started walking. He would walk like several miles a day. He would walk all the way down. I'll have to show you the map one day. All the way down by the beach, up by the golf course, several miles a day, every morning.
Wow.
He retired from work after 53 years. And within 6 months, he had a stroke and then was unable to walk, talk, nothing for years. And they said he was doing so well.
Wow.
Like just like that, lost everything. And the doctors were like, you're doing amazing with your diet, with your walking, with all of this stuff. And that, having experienced that, because I was there the day that he had his stroke. Like he came home from the grocery store and his face was like this. And I was like, what is wrong with you? And he went and looked in the mirror, went to the doctors, then collapsed. And that was that. And so that has been a huge inspiration from me I don't get too comfortable. I don't get too comfortable because it's something that can hit you real hard, Yeah. But it doesn't have to be like an overnight thing. You could simply like, instead, even if you wanted to still eat the eggs like for breakfast or whatever, you can still like when Angelique goes to make a banana bread or something like that, just use the egg replacer instead of the egg, like just little.
Yeah. There are things that here, even though, we may eat out or things like that. There's still times where we have our moments where we'll definitely eat salads. We'll eat smoothies. We don't drink regular milk. I haven't drank regular milk in quite some time now, although I buy it for Shakira. I don't buy it in the gallons. I buy it smaller. Right now she just doesn't, it doesn't sit well with her to drink almond milk, but she's tried it. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not craving the almond milk or something. It's not agreeing with her. So she drinks a little bit of regular milk, but she drinks that much. So I know that certain things that we eat here in the house, they are changing. You know what I'm saying? We're buying more fruit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if it was a level of we eating out all the time, it's decreasing, and the amount of fruits and vegetables is increasing. So it's like a decrease in some of the junk that we eat. So it is increasing for us to eat a little bit healthier. Plus, where we're moving to has a pool and has a gym. And I was like, okay, I remember when we used to stay there.
Yep.
It was always in the pool. I tried to go to the gym, but then when we left, I think they were rebuilding the gym and things like that. So there's a lot of things that excite me about going back, because now I'm getting ready to do some things. I just enjoy the gym because it's like, okay, that's more money. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back to what I've been saying about the whole move, that sometimes, look, the location of where we are can play more into our health than we realize, even if it's just that encouragement to move our body more. I've constantly, like, living where I used to live in Connecticut, I would ride my bike to the beach like daily, like all of the time. I was so much more active there than I am here. Because plus it's so damn hot. It's so hot. And I'm outside trying to melt.
Listen, that heat going into the car. There was one day where I went to the car and I was like, why? And I rolled down all the windows. I turned the AC on through the whole car. You know what I'm saying? Because I could turn on the rear and the front. I turned on through the whole car. I was like, I need a minute before I drive off, because I feel like if I don't, I'm just going to melt. So it's ridiculously hot. Ridiculous.
That word comes out of my mouth every time I leave the house. Why?
Yeah.
Why though?
What did I do wrong?
I clearly did something in a past life that pissed some people off. I don't know
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God.
Brittany, I loved what you were saying about you. Listen, you do
Yes.
baby steps. You do one thing at a time. And honestly, she says she's still working on shellfish. Seafood was the hardest thing for me. Absolutely. Growing up in New England, and my dad is a fisherman. It was really hard for me. I had an experience when I went to Florida, though. When I went out in the water, I got very emotional about the fish. But like I said, the emotions for things came later for me. That was not anything that I thought of right out of the gate. I was just worried about health. I was like, we need to fix this and make it happen. Anne Marie said, after COVID, fruit tastes horrible. Most food tastes horrible. 6 months. Yeah. The taste and the smell.
Yeah.
And that was hard too.
Yeah. It
Everybody
was,
about that with their
it
real
was like that
food.
for me after COVID. Well, during COVID, I hardly ate. I lost weight during that time, and it's weird. Okay. During that time of COVID, I felt awful, but after I felt good because I lost the weight.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Because I lost weight, I felt different because of how I was eating during that time. So I sometimes think about how I ate during COVID, and I try to get back into that. But because these last few months have been stressful, I can tell that my eating patterns had, oh my God, I was all over the place. I really was. And then I actually went to the doctor. I went to the doctor yesterday. The doctor said, hey, everything is good. The only thing I have to work on is just my iron intake. Mm-hmm. And then what got me was the scale. I'm like, I know you lying.
Don't play with me. I would have. I'm the same way. I look at it and I'm like, something you must. This is off. And then I start Googling like, how often is this brand of scale wrong?
You know what? You want to look at is there a callback on the scale? Did they retract this particular scale? I mean, somebody needs to let you guys know that the scale is broken.
I know.
What is wrong? This is who didn't do the checkup on the scale?
Or my favorite one is mine doesn't say this at home, ma'am.
Hello.
Mine doesn't say this at home. I'm just trying to say something.
It doesn't.
You guys. I mean, I'm disappointed in your office here. That you don't have
I'm just a little. You guys are really sweet, but the checkups, you check up people, but you don't check up your machines. Like what?
I'm trying to say. What's wrong with you
guys?
What is wrong with you? Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna listen to the poem in Greek this morning by my friend Vasilios.
Nice.
And then we're gonna visit with Brittany, and we'll be right back after this.
Θα προσπιστώ την αγάπη. Ακόμα και αν η ψυχή μου ραγίσει. Ακόμα και αν η καρδιά μου σπαράξει. Θα προσπιστώ την αγάπη. Διότι ο κόσμος έχει πληγωθεί. Και όχι μόνο η δική μου γωνιά, όπου μάλλον είμαι ασφαλής, όπου μάλλον είμαι καλά, αλλά ο κόσμος όλος, παντού καθημερινά, θα προσπιστώ την αγάπη, γιατί χρειαζόμαστε περισσότερο φως. Φτάνουν πια οι θάνατοι, φτάνουν πια οι εξουσίες, φτάνουν πια οι βόμβες. Θα προσπιστώ την αγάπη, ώστε τα παιδιά να είναι ασφαλή, ώστε οι φίλοι να είναι προστευμένοι, ώστε τα σύνορα να είναι ανοιχτά. Θα προσπιστώ την αγάπη, ακόμα και αν η ψυχή μου ραγίσει, ακόμα και η καρδιά μου σπαράξει.
Thanks for watching the Breakthrough Show Network. Today, we'd like to support our friend over at Nail Beauty by Brittany. Purchase your custom press-on Reiki-infused nails by visiting nailbeautybybrittany.com. Don't forget your discount by using the code BREAKTHROUGH. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I hope you enjoyed that version of the poem in Greek this morning. Vasilios might be representing Greece on the Breakthrough Show.
Awesome. I mean, he lived really. I love how he was like looking. It was very intense.
Yeah.
How he was before he said it. He was like, I'm going to say this, and you guys are going to feel this. Like,
that's
he looked at the camera. He was. And he started speaking. I was like, wow. I felt that. I felt that one.
You know what's beautiful about that one too is Greek being one of our first languages on this planet. It's such a
wow.
it's such a, like, it's a moment. It was very similar to when I heard the Waiwaikum language from First Nations Canada. And that language is only spoken, I think, now by 60 people in the whole world because the language has died out. But that it was one of the, native languages. It's so moving to hear that because it's been with our society for so long,
Wow.
I love it. Oh, you reminded you of your dad. I love that, Anne Marie.
Nice.
I love it. Okay, so we got a few, I have one birthday in my circle here, but so First Lady Jill Biden's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Ms. Biden. And then also Anderson Cooper's birthday is today. Sean Birdie, actor, birthday is today. Josephine Baker, birthday is today. She died in 1975, but she was a dancer and a civil rights activist. And she has some beautiful dancing pictures that I saw online earlier. So happy birthday to her as well. But not a whole lot of birthdays today. I think there was a king, but I didn't know who he was, so I didn't.
When do you do Sunday birthdays? Do you do Sunday birthdays like today, or you do Sunday birthdays on Monday?
The last month I have not done whatever birthdays have come on the weekend because we've been so like busy with the guests and everything, and we run out of time. But I will probably do them Monday this week. Yeah. I also forgot one of my announcements yesterday, you guys. This is why I make notes, and I didn't have my usual notebook, and I'm disappointed in myself. Anyway, we have new series happening on Project Joy starting next Monday that will happen for 3 weeks from the 6th through the 24th. And it is, drum roll, we're going to do an adult summer reading program. We are going to have an author on every day. At least I hope so. If not, I can talk about the books that I'm in as well. We're going to have authors on, and we're going to talk about amazing things that we can be reading over the summer. And so very excited about that. That's what we are going to be doing in the month of June. We're going to get our read on. Nice. Yes. Nice. It'll be amazing. It's going to be amazing. All right, let's do our birthday song really quickly here. And then we got to go.
It's been a while. You have your water?
I don't. I just finished my coffee though, so that's gotta be enough.
Wow, we've been sweating. Go for it.
See, this is what happens when you don't come on here.
See, go for it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jill Biden, Anderson Cooper, Sean Birdie, Josephine Baker, and Justin Weeder. Happy birthday to you. I made it. I did it because it's better with water, but
that's what I was gonna say that. You'd have been better with water, but you made it through. It's okay. It's all good.
Fine. All right. Thanks for popping on this morning, Donnell. It was fun.
Of course. Of course.
Good luck on your move.
Hold on. You had to go back. I was trying not to think about that.
Sorry.
Damn it. Thank you so much. I was trying not to think about that. Damn it.
I broke it. Sorry.
That's the payback for the water comment. I got you. Appreciate you.
That's what happens. Karma. All right. I love you guys so much. Thanks for coming today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. And we'll see you Monday.
You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show, inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.